Coach, thanks. EA Sports coverage of the NFL playoffs brings us to a sold-out and absolutely rocking Mercedes-Benz Superdome in downtown New Orleans. Straight ahead, it's Wild Card Weekend, and we've got a great one in store between the Minnesota Vikings and the New Orleans Saints. It's that most wonderful time of the year, the NFL playoffs, as we're underway on EA Sports. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Set, ready? 18 Gators.
Now ripping on 1st and 10. And his first pass here is going to fall incomplete. His favorite target, Travis Kelce, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down. By the way, I got to apologize because I just realized for about the last 4 or 5 plays, I'm eking over into your territory up here in the booth. My bad. I'm going to get back over to my spot.
Yeah, we're not talking about our on-air commentary. I mean, what is all this extra paper? I mean, this is unusual for you.
My bad. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Aaron Donald in there to get him. It's a loss of 5.
All right, partner, I'm going to be Captain Obvious right here. Not the start you're looking for offensively, right? Incomplete pass followed by a sack.
And when he went down, it looked like that right ankle got turned, but thankfully he popped up okay, and they breathed a sigh of relief on that sideline. Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete. The all-pro linebacker Luke Kuechly right there on the coverage, stride for stride. So on 4th down, Britton Colquitt on to punt. Saquon Barkley deep to return. It's taken to the 26. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 42. Now a first carry for Derrick Henry. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play call to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
From just shy of midfield, Breeze, and it's hauled in by Jared Cook. The 20. A big-time play there for New Orleans. 42 yards.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pumps from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big gain. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. But down here near the goal line, you don't think of a cornerback in run coverage, but he made the stop.
Yeah, most of the cornerbacks we know, they want to be those pass defenders and take away one half of the field. But the best ones in the game are the complete cornerbacks, able to tackle and run support, as we just saw there.
Give him right around 4 on the carry. We'll see if they want to keep pounding here on 3rd and goal. Well, they've gotten it down to the 3, but now this is 3rd and goal.
And let's pin the mirrors back and go full strength.
Here's Henry. And he is in for the score. Touchdown, New Orleans. A 3-yard touchdown run as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Well, we knew they had the crowd on their side. Their defense has already made a stop, but now here's an opening drive touchdown.
Yeah, how about the defense making the stop, offense feeling their momentum that they've generated, and turning it into points on their side. So now you've got a team working together, and you've got the crowd involved fully on their side in this ball game.
And in this playoff atmosphere, that 12th man means even more. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. the Vikings now to start their next drive.
And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the first.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Rippon on 1st and 10. And he's got the hook up here. It's Kyle Rudolph. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. They get 14 there. First down, Vikings. He missed on his first 3 passes, was 0 for 3. Now gets a connection. Maybe that'll get him going.
Yeah, it wasn't a time for panic, but there was some concern because once you start in a certain pattern, you're wondering, can you get out of it? And that flips the other way, too, when you're throwing it really well. In this case, now he's got his first completion. They think he might be off to the races.
Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
This is one of those plays that has an equal chance of either being a big gain or a big loss, but with the college influence, we're seeing more of these plays come into the NFL.
Hey, we got 4 down. Slam. Hey, wahoo!
So that'll back him up 5. Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15. Out of the gun is Rippon. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. Cameron Jordan able to drop him for a loss of a couple. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. To throw it is Rippon. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. The All-Pro linebacker Luke Kuechly right there on the coverage, stride for stride. Now that's twice now already in this first quarter that he's been able to knock a ball away.
They're going to need that from him and plenty more if they want to slow down this passing game. Thus far, though, he's been a ball magnet.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Rippon on 3rd and long. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Aaron Donald picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. And that is the 3rd sack this offensive line has allowed in this first quarter.
Yeah, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game. I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center. This has the carry. It does not. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. That would have been from way downtown. Pretty big roll of the dice, and he comes up a bit short.
Yeah, you knew when you saw the holder setting up on the other side of the 50 that this was going to be a long shot. But to me, there's really no loss here because you've shown confidence in him. Kicking it from a long distance, that'll pay dividends. And the miss, you can shake that one off. He wasn't likely to make it in the first place.
From the 45 on 2nd down, Breeze
Oh, man, for him to be that wide open and drop it, sometimes you have just too much time on your hands, right? You end up thinking way too much, and your hands get shaky.
And yes, he's a tight end, but that's a catch he should have made. To throw is Breeze. Open man is Michael Thomas. Touchdown, New Orleans. Michael Thomas, 45 yards. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. And a nice job by him to catch the slant and then navigate and break free.
And receivers love slant routes because it gets the ball in their hands so quickly and oftentimes on the move. And when they're on the move like that, then they get to use their best asset, which is usually their speed.
And their speed sometimes, like this instance, can take them into the end zone. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Back to the ground, this time with Bell. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
Go now. 90 Wolf. What we got? What we got? What we got? Go.
Now on 2nd and 13. Rippon. The catch made by DeAndre Hopkins. And out across midfield down to the 45.
Let's go.
And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 45-yard line.
And the Vikings first down.
So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Out of the shotgun, it's Bell. He takes this for about 6 down inside the 40. Well, you're down early. How do you get back in the game? Maybe establish the run. I think they're trying to do that.
Now, I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football, let's get things settled down a little bit and find our way back into this game.
80 weapons. Now.
They're going to go play action here with Rippon. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely, he's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. And for the Saints here on 3rd down, an extra defensive back on the field. They will throw on 3rd down with Rippon. Open here, Adam Thielen. And he's going to come up a few yards short of the first. They get him to the ground at the 37. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves them just short for 4th down. So out comes the field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. This from 54 yards away. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. But hang on, a flag is down. Now, if it's on the defense, they might decline it and take the points. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
Now, after the field goal, Bailey will kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
We ain't giving up nothing today.
They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. His first catch of this wild card game, and it's good for a first down.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
Breeze now. It's caught by Mike Evans. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. And the Vikings pick up the football. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
This is Elliott. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Throwing on 2nd down now, Rippin, and that is incomplete here. Janoris Jenkins with good coverage that time as he was able to get in there and knock it away.
Trying to get that one to his tight end, and they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But you know there's usually a nice comfort zone in throwing to the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
It's easy to see when we review this that the ball needs to come out quicker because if you don't throw it right on the break, you bring a crowd of people into the equation.
And that's why it got knocked away there. Here's Britton Colquitt now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time.
The Saints take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And a fumble last time. Ball security. Talk about it all the time in the National Football League. They've got to be better at it. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Andrew Sendejo swoops in for the sack.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Throwing now is Breeze. He throws and he hits the slant route to Thomas. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
Now Breeze on 3rd down. Gets this to a standout receiver, Thomas. A Saints first down there on a gain of 11.
I like that one, partner. They go back-to-back with excellent gains, and really it shouldn't be a surprise who they were throwing the ball to. He's their best guy.
Yeah, we knew that they would get him involved early. They're doubling down on getting him involved early.
Don't be surprised if they'll come right back to him again. They haven't shown the propensity to be able to stop him. Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Man, he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
A first down carry for Henry. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down. Well, that play was doomed right from the start.
He just about ran into every defender on that one, didn't he? It felt like everyone got a piece of that tackle.
Mike 57. I'm coming. I'm coming. I'm coming.
Now they'll throw with Breeze. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on third down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
The Saints on third down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is third down and 12. From the gun, it's Breeze. It's complete here to T.Y. Hilton. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 39.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
And he'll get 4 here down to the 35-yard line.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
On the draw, this is Barkley. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a third down and 6.
It's third down and 6.
The Saints on third down. A perfect 4 for 4 thus far. This will be third and 6. Shotgun now for Breeze. He's got Evans. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 19. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on third down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down. He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
On second down, here's Barkley. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. It's a good gain of 11, sets him up first and goal. A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
Ready. Yellow lady. 57 to Mike.
Working from the gun, it's Breeze. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. He was looking for Evan Ingram, the tight end, but it'll be second and goal.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
Derrick Henry, and he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Derrick Henry with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. And always a good first half when you can hit pay dirt twice.
And it never hurts to have that good feeling as the game moves on. Just think about halftime. If that's all he gets, he'll just sit there at the half and think, all right, 2 already. I can get some more. And he'll be encouraging his offensive line to create some space.
Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And this, let's face it, an important drive if they're going to get back into this ballgame.
Think about going into the locker room down 21-10 as opposed to 21-3. 21-10, a little more optimism, a little more bounce around the locker room, a little more discussion about how they're going to finish this thing off. 21-3. I think discouragement clouds that locker room.
Yeah, and I think a touchdown much bigger than a field goal on this drive just to get into the end zone and get that momentum.
2 minutes to play here in this first half of the NFL playoffs. A reminder coming up at the half, as we've done all year. We'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. Coach will have the lowdown on what's going on here in this wild card weekend as we begin on the road to Super Bowl 53 in Atlanta. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now a draw play. This is Bell. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Looking to throw on first down is Rippon. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense, when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. On 2nd and 10, it's Rippon. And this one caught by Travis Kelce. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. The Vikings going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. The last catch nearly got him a first, but it did not, and they'll try to convert on 3rd and inches. They'll try and run for it with Bell. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Dan Bailey now for the field goal try. This officially a 55-yard attempt. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And now the clock reads precisely 1 minute to go in the half. You want to run the 1 minute offense? This is a good test right here.
It certainly is, and definitely not a time to think about kneeling and going into the half. This is a chance to attack a little bit, but not having to get everything in one shot either. 10 yards here, 15 there. Work the sidelines, work the clock. Give yourself a chance for at least a field goal going into the half.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
I know you felt like saying touchdown there, didn't you, partner? That looked like a sure 6 points, but the contact jarred it free.
Got his hands on it, could not hold on through the end of the play. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 48, and his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line. How about the big boys snagging one? You don't see that every week.
No, you don't, but a lot of them are just reliving their old dreams, going back to when they were in youth football and in high school. They didn't always play defensive line. Some of them actually handled the football, and you can see the flashback when he grabbed that one.
That one goes for 24 yards. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. Spotted at the left hash, this from 45. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And that will do it for this first half. So we come upon halftime here in this NFC wildcard matchup as we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. One of these two teams about to play their final half of the season as we're back at it in this NFC wildcard bout.
Let's go, boys. Let's go.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now Breeze. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
He only got a couple on that one, so not a ton of help. They'll have a 3rd and 8 forthcoming.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
From the gun on 3rd down, Breeze. He sets to fire deep. And unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
I remember a coach telling me a long time ago the difference between playing corner and safety in the NFL. Corner is like the Autobahn. Everybody just flying by, and these corners have been really busy in this game, although they got it done on the last play.
On the last play, yes, but there have been some good numbers put up against them offensively.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. They'll start the drive with Elliott. And he will take this up to about the 8-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. So after a good run by Zeke, another 1st and 10. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays.
Travis Kelce. The tight end Kelce has it over the middle. The 30. 10. 5. Touchdown, Vikings. Travis Kelce, an 80-yard touchdown as his guys are back within a single score. When they drew that up, I don't think they envisioned it ending in a house call, but he got it and took it all the way home.
Really impressive run after the catch, wasn't it? That was really special by him. But let's face it, in today's NFL, those tight ends are often former wide receivers or maybe even sometimes bigger running backs. They just put them in a position to get a great matchup and make plays like that.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. This is fielded at the goal line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Certainly want to avoid what they had to do last possession. That was punt the football, because this game's starting to tighten up.
In a basketball sense, you think about taking a little bit of the air out of the ball, right? Maybe milk some clock, limit the possessions. In this case, they might want to do the same thing, but control the game offensively. Put together some first downs, put together a drive, and keep it away from them.
They'll run it again with Henry. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up third down.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
And now here's a deep shot that's complete. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. T.Y. Hilton, 74 yards. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. That's a pretty quick response to that last touchdown drive. It seemed like they may be giving up momentum. Well, not so fast.
No, not at all, because they ended up pushing the lead up once again, and you're exactly right. Thought momentum might have been shifting. Instead, they grabbed old Mo, didn't let him get to the opposite sideline.
Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20.
The Vikings take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. Doesn't matter where you start with the football now, they have to feel great about their opportunity.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
That's very well timed there defensively, because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Off play action, it's Rippon. And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. Kenny Clark gets him for a loss of 8. What great push up front.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
Now a third down throw, but it misses the target. Incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
Here's Britton Colquitt now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And the Saints will have a short field in front of them. They take over here, 1st and 10.
Ready? You ready?
50 seconds to Mike. Come on.
They'll try and get this run game going. This is Barkley. 20. A big chunk of yardage there, 37 yards.
Every team in the league always wants explosive plays, breakout plays, and even more so when it's your horse who's had a tough time during the game.
Yeah, not that great in the first half. Maybe he can recalibrate here in the third and then carry that over to the fourth.
I like that. Recalibrate. Strong.
He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Give him right around 4 on the carry. We'll see if they want to keep pounding here on 3rd and goal.
Ready? 5-9. Kill.
Trying to punch it in with Henry. Henry fighting for the marker, but I don't think he got there. He did not. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
And no hesitation about this decision here. Confidently, they're going to go for this. 4th and goal from the 3. And not only will he not get in, he's going to lose yardage. They stuff him back at the 4. They gave it to him in search of his 3rd touchdown, but he's denied. And the Vikings, they come up big down near the goal line.
15 line. Check. Kill. Turn up. Kill. Turn up. Protein spill.
From deep in their own territory, they look to throw. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
It's our field. Hey, it's all out.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Rippon. This one grabbed by A.J. Green. His first catch of this wild card game, and it's good for a 1st down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
Tackle is made by Cameron Jordan.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
That's complete. It's Bell. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They will throw on 3rd down with Rippon. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Looked like he had a couple of different options as far as who to throw to on that play. And who am I to say this, but I'm not sure he made the right decision.
Well, the window of opportunity is always going to be small in the NFL. That's why those quarterbacks who make quick decisions and have quick releases have the most success in this league.
Here's Britton Colquitt now as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. Fielded at about the 28. Call that 49 yards on the punt. They do get 7 back on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And last time, they had it 4th and goal, rolled the dice, didn't get it. Now they've got to put that behind them, try to put together another drive.
A simple tip of the cap, a nod of the head to the defense. Congratulations, you got us last time. But you didn't hold us the whole time. We got down to position. We were able to be in position to score. Let's go ahead and attack again. Continue to have that kind of confidence. Not worry about the one play that didn't allow them to get into the end zone.
This time they'll be trying to get it into the end zone. We'll see what they do. A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Evan Ingram was the intended target. 3rd down here. Before the game, they were running the route tree about as efficiently and effectively as we could have possibly imagined, but sometimes the passes just go awry.
Yeah, let's face it, when you're running the route tree in pregame, you don't have defenders breathing down your neck. You don't have defensive backs making plays on the football. Hard to replicate the intensity of the game in pregame.
Here's Thomas Morstead now as he'll punt it away for the second time. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And this will be out of bounds at the what here? The 12-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere. But when this ball's tipped and intercepted, picked off by the linebacker Demario Davis, and they will take over at the 29-yard line. That time defensively looked like they showed quite a bit of pressure but backed off, and it proved fruitful. They get the pick.
He went through all of his rules about getting rid of the ball quickly because he read blitz. He saw all those people stacked at the line of scrimmage, and then they fooled him by dropping into coverage. Now he's ready to get rid of the ball fast, but guess what? Too many defenders out there. Exactly as you described, an interception.
You ready? 53, Mike, let's get the ball.
They'll try and run for it with Barkley. And only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8.
Yeah, baby! Yeah!
Nothing on first down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, second and goal. 1 quarter remains in this NFC wild card matchup. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Nothing on first down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, second and goal. Now Breeze. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Second goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football. Had to eat it and ended up on the ground.
They've been so good on third down all day long. Can they convert another here on third and goal? To throw is Breeze. Flush to his right. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete. Desmond King there on the coverage.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on third down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a fourth down decision.
And Lutz puts this one through. And that will extend their lead even further. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but they still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
Let's go! Let's go!
At their own 25-yard line.
Ready, set.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens.
Defense wins championships, baby. 56. Mike, 56.
They'll start out on the ground with Bell. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. They get 14 there. First down, Vikings. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. And they'll keep it on the ground with Bell. He'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
You draw Porter.
They're going to go play action here with Rippon. That's complete to the receiver, Thielen. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. His second catch of this wild card game, and it goes for a first down. So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 38.
Check 3, check 3, check 3. 61, matchbox light, fire.
On play action, they'll throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. So he can't hang on, and as I watched that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. Travis Kelce, the Pro Bowl tight end, the intended target, and it's third down.
Let's go. 8, read. Hey, watch the flat, watch the flat. Watch the flat.
Rippon looks to throw it again. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's fourth down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on fourth down. They're going for it. On fourth down, Rippon. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. It's the Pro Bowler Luke Kuechly that picks it. He was looking for his tight end, Kelce. What did you see on that one? Rookie mistake or just good defense?
It was a combo play, but the rookie quarterback, he'll take it all on his shoulders, and the frustration level is evident. You can see it with him. You know, if that's a veteran quarterback, he walks off like he just threw a touchdown pass because he doesn't want to show that to the defense. The young guys, they take it more to heart. It's on their sleeve a little bit. He'll learn as he goes along how to hide his emotions.
A good run, got 7 on first. Here's second and 3. A 20th carry now for Derrick Henry. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he is down deep into Minnesota territory. It's a big run that time by Henry. 51 yards on the ground.
And the Saints, first down. 1st and 10 at the 17-yard line.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Here's Breeze to throw. And Thomas has it. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
9 yards on the play there, and it sets him up 1st and goal. Well, probably the only thing he did wrong there was go out of bounds, nursing this fourth quarter lead. You want to stay in, eat the clock.
Yeah, you got to love the effort, the catch, the extra yardage, but you got to know the situation. Stay in bounds, young man.
A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it with Henry. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1.
That didn't just feel like good defense there. That felt like pride, didn't it? He's already gotten into the end zone twice, trying to get there for a 3rd time. No one likes to have the hat trick against them.
So 2nd and goal, and the big man Henry alone in the backfield. They'll give it to him up the middle, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to bring up an interesting 3rd and goal. They'll try to run for the first with Henry. And he takes it across and into the end zone. Touchdown, Saints. Derrick Henry saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. Lutz to try to add the PAT. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. It's a short kick, taking it to 15. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line.
The Vikings take over first and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters.
Le'Veon Bell, kiss him goodbye. And he cuts it right. Touchdown, Vikings. Le'Veon Bell, 72 yards. And the Vikings are able to cut into that deficit. And that run massively increased his production in this game, and now he's over 100 yards.
And break out your calculator, partner, because his yards per carry went up significantly, right? Big-time jaunt all the way to the end zone.
The Vikings leave the offense on the field as they're going to line up and go for two.
65. Ready.
They'll let Elliott try and run it in. Fights loose. And he's going to get in for the score. And the lead now cut to 14.
38. Vikings 24. Dan Bailey to kick off for Minnesota.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking. First downs to keep up with your theme there, playing keep away. First downs, they can't touch the ball.
At the 23-yard line.
Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. It's Barkley on the counter. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down. The Saints on 3rd down. They've converted 7 times and could use another right now. This will be 3rd and 15. Hill looks to throw. Open man is Michael Thomas. That catch moves him over 100 yards now for this wild card game, and a first down as well. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
This is Henry. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46. At this stage of the game, with the score where it is, the key here, stay in bounds, and he did just that. Not by a huge margin, but he stayed in.
And those come up in what we like to call winning edge meetings. The things that you have to do, late game situations, kicking situations, doesn't matter what it is, the things you have to do to win a game, and that comes up in that meeting, then you practice it, they've got to be happy to see it executed, being able to stay in bounds and work the clock.
Again, it's Henry. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. Past the 20. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Derrick Henry, 54 yards. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. But look, this is a team, Charles, they faced adversity all year long. They had to fight and claw to win that division. But they're putting it all together here in the wild card game.
Feels like a statement, doesn't it? An absolute statement game, a message to the top seeds. Overlook us at your own peril. We're pretty darn good.
Lutzel looked to add the extra point.
Oh, it's a fake. They'll try and throw for it. That'll be complete to Cook. And he gets in. But no one was expecting a fake there, but they add 2 more onto their lead. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they hit the home run last drive. 1 play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball, but how about them just taking it big-time jaunt. Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. From the shotgun, it's a give to Bell. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
And that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in the expected passing situation.
6-6, bullet 5.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Open man is Thielen. It's complete. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 17 yards, 1st down, Vikings.
1st down, Minnesota.
So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score.
Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping. Mike's 59. Mike's 59. Hey, I'm coming. 22 jet bomber.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Von Bell. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's a guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. That one looks like he'll throw here. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Everson Griffin. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him.
Brandon, that's just football 101. If you're out of the pocket, you've got to get rid of the football in this situation. You cannot take a sack in a 2-minute drill.
Ready? 53, check 53. I'm here all day. Ready?
3rd and long. It's Hill. They'll roll him out right. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. 4th quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you could put yourself in jeopardy.
Now here's Morstead now as he sends this one away.
I I don't know why, but it's always agonizing to me to see a guy make a mistake in this phase of the game because you can it's all on him. All eyes there. He's got a chance to make a punt return, and instead he ends up putting it on the carpet.
Puts it on the carpet. The little rubber pellets shoot up. Never a good sign for a returner on this field turf surface.
No, not at all. And a bunch of them go up when they're all trying to get to the football, don't they?
The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game.
Go! 10-2 stop. Push him back. Push him back. Let's go.
Now a first down carry by Bell. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And it'll be 2nd and 12. Ripping to pass. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Cameron Jordan able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
I remember throughout my career hearing defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. Well, they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed. Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete. Marshawn Lattimore right there on the coverage. He was draped all over it. And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Now in desperation. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. They have the dream scenario you hope for coming into the game. Just one kneel here, and this game should be over.
And it's always the final play of preparation.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Mackenzie Alexander with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Their season ends here, a tough way to go out.
And the goal was to not just get to the wild card game, which they did, but to win it. And so now, how negative do you look at that? They got there, had an opportunity, and for some teams, they have to lose games like this before they learn how to win them in later seasons.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. The Saints are winners here as we say so long from New Orleans.